Hi there. It's March 11th and time for Proverbs 11. Let's jump over there. Let me get this ready. Okay, we're into the Proverbs. This is the second chapter of the actual Proverbs of Solomon. This first subject, he will talk about this a lot, okay? People that cheat other people. Dishonest scales are detestable to the Lord, but an accurate weight is his delight. Okay? It went on them. They cheated on their scales. They made their weights heavier than they were supposed to be, so people were thinking they were getting more. Does this go on today? Well, let me show you something. This right here. Okay. This is a picture. And you can see it will go up. Okay. That's in this can, not to pick on WD-40, but in this can, 25 milliliters extra. Right? And they're going to charge you more for that. If you look at the weights, this can is 300. This one is 275. Okay. And they're the same size can, but that's a dishonest weights and scales. That's the regular. See, the same can. They put more in this can, less in this can, and then say they're giving you more. Okay. Goes on with this, goes on with cereal, coffee, potato chips, just about everything now. Okay. So God doesn't like that. All right. 2, when pride comes, disgrace follows, but with humility comes wisdom. Humble. It's very important to be humble above all else. No pride, no arrogance, no conceit, no thinking I know more than everybody else. Okay. God doesn't like that. Okay. Disgrace follows. Okay. Somebody's going to shoot you down. Right. Because there's always somebody that knows more than what you know. So being humble is the key. Right? Humble and kind. 3, the integrity of the upright guides them, but the perversity of the treacherous destroys them. Right? In 1599, they called it forwardness of the transgressors. Integrity of the upright. For wealth is not profitable on the day of wrath, but righteousness secures from death. Right? Don't spend your whole life getting money, getting wealth. It will do you no good on the judgment day. Right? Righteousness rescues from death. Okay. 5, the righteousness of the blameless clears his path. Right? But the wicked person will fall because of his wickedness. They never stop, huh? The righteousness of the upright rescues them. I like to put all these righteous ones together, right? We want to be righteous. Yeah. But the treacherous are trapped by their own desires. That's true. 7, when the wicked man dies, his expectation comes to nothing, and hope placed in wealth vanishes, right? Hope of the ungodly, or strength. You place all your hope in money, it vanishes, okay? Right? When you die, all that money you had goes to your kids, and they spend it like nothing, even though you spent 60 or 70 years amassing it and collecting it. They'll spend it in a year and be broke again, right? Hope placed in wealth vanishes. Another one. The righteous one is rescued from trouble. Right? In his place, the wicked one goes in. How about that? I bet there's a note over here for that one. Right? Shall enter into trouble. Right? Wicked people go in your place and get trouble. 9, with his mouth, the ungodly destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge, the righteous are rescued. Right? Knowledge. One thing to get wisdom is by reading this, but knowledge is when you know it. That's why the word know is in knowledge, right? You know it. Once you know it, you can't unknow it, right? I mean, you could forget what you read, but once you know it and apply it and it's in there, right? The righteous are rescued. When the righteous thrive, a city rejoices. And when the wicked die, there is joyful shouting. Mm-hmm. Not because somebody died, but because now you have joy. Right? 11, a city is built up by the blessing of the upright, but it is torn down by the mouth of the wicked. Think about America, okay? It doesn't take much, the mouth of the wicked, to tear it down. Okay? Thankfully, if you put God in the right places, it'll build back up again. Well, whoever shows contempt for his neighbor lacks sense, but a man with understanding keeps silent. Right? Your neighbors are bothering you, you have contempt for them, keep silent, okay? Just don't start any wars. That's crazy. 11, a gossip goes around revealing a secret, but a trustworthy person keeps a confidence. That's very important. I need to change the color. A gossip, okay? Somebody comes and tells you in confidence, I'm having trouble in this area. Can you pray for me? Right? A trustworthy person keeps a confidence. A gossip will go around revealing it. Hey, Bob needs prayer. He did this. And pretty soon everybody in the church knows. You've lost a friend for life. You've torn apart the church. And, right? God hates this. Hates gossip. 14, without guidance, people fall, but with many counselors, there is deliverance. Always get advice. If you're trying to do something, find somebody who's done it right. Get advice. Find somebody who's done it wrong. Get advice. Okay? You can learn from other people's failures, and they'll gladly teach you, don't do this because it doesn't work. All right? Many counselors. 15, if someone puts up security for a stranger, he will suffer for it, but one who hates such agreements is protected. He's already mentioned this once. He will mention this over and over and over again. Do not, that's co-signing for somebody else's loan, okay? So if they don't pay it, a person you don't know that they borrow money from is going to come after you, all right? You will suffer for it. 16, a gracious woman gains honor, but violent men gain only riches. Right? Ruthless, violent. And there's a note on gracious woman over here. Modest, right? A modest woman, right? A lot of women today aren't trying to be modest. They wear as little as possible, right? That's not modest. And you won't get honor that way. You just get lust that way. He that troubleth his own flesh is cruel. That's interesting. It says, or neighbor. We're on 16. No. Violent men gain only riches. How do you like that? 17. A kind man benefits himself, but a cruel man brings disaster on himself, right? I talk about this all the time. Being kind. Always being kind. Only say good things, okay? If you have something bad to say, keep your mouth shut, okay? Only say good things. Edifying things, uplifting things, right? Things that'll make people feel better. If you do that, you'll be known as a kind man. Okay? 18, the wicked man earns an empty wage, but the one who sows righteousness a true reward. Right. Right. Wicked man. If you steal something, it's not worth much to you because you stole it. But if you work for it and spend time and save and collect it, then you value it and you treasure it, right? A righteous, true reward. All right? Like that. Put all these together in the end. Genuine righteousness leads to life, but pursuing evil leads to death. Right? Lots of people that do that. Never ends well. 20. Those with twisted minds are detestable to the Lord, but those with blameless conduct are his delight. Right? They that have a forward heart are abomination to the Lord. Right? They that are upright in their way, blameless conduct. How do you have blameless conduct? Always tell the truth. Never tell a lie. Say only kind things. Right? You will be the Lord's delight. Right? 21. Be assured that the wicked will not go unpunished, but the offspring of the righteous will escape. What's this say? Though they make never so many friends, or think themselves never so sure, yet they shall not escape. Right? Wicked will not go unpunished. They will not escape. Okay? 22. A beautiful woman who rejects good sense is like a gold ring in a pig's snout. Mm-hmm. But all that money in the pig, he doesn't care. Right? Pigs are going to do what pigs are going to do. Right? It just makes no sense. Beautiful woman who has no sense. It says over here, it says it better. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which lacketh discretion, uncomely behavior. Right? Rejects good sense, lacks discretion. Right? Modesty. 23. The desire of the righteous turns out well. I like that. But the hope of the wicked leads to wrath. He said this over and over, right? In this, like 4 times in this chapter alone. Well, this is important. 24 and 25. Right? Pastors probably talk about this all the time. One person gives freely, yet gains more. Another withholds what is right, only to become poor. A generous person will be enriched, and the one who gives a drink of water will receive water. Okay? Now the Lord fills your cup, okay? He filleth my cup to overflowing, okay? Once it's full, he's going to stop. But if you pour your cup out, right? Give to the poor, to people who need it, kindness, okay? He will keep filling it up, right? And the more you pour, the faster he will fill up. Other people will see this, say, that guy is so blessed. He gets so many stuff. He's so lucky. They'll call it lucky. Right? I never get anything. Okay? The Lord filled your cup and it sat there and grew stagnant in there. Okay? That's why a person who gives freely, the more they give, the more God will give back. And he always says, I will always give you back more, right? More than you gave. Right? And he said to test me in this. Right? A generous person will be enriched. Right? Withhold what is right, only to become poor. It's important. Give freely. 26. People will curse anyone who hoards grain, but a blessing will come to the one who sells it. Yeah. You've seen people that have so much and they won't share, not even if you offer them money. No, it's mine. Right? Nobody likes people like that. Okay. 27. The one who searches for what is good finds favor. right? But if someone looks for trouble, it will come to him. Don't you love that? If you look for good, if you only look for the good in people and the kindness, you will find it, right? If you look for trouble, you're going to find it, okay? Don't look for trouble. Pretty simple, right? If you look for trouble, you're going to find it. Right. 28. Anyone trusting in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like foliage, right? Anyone trusting in his riches will fall, right? Love of money, trusting in riches. Root of evil, the love of money. 29. The one who brings ruin on his household will inherit the wind, and a fool will be a slave to someone whose heart is wise. Right? There's a lot of different stuff on this. I think they have a over here, right? The covetous men that spare their riches to the hindrance of their families shall be deprived thereof miserably. At that. For though the wicked be rich, yet are they but slaves to the godly, which are the true possessors of the gifts of God. Money can't buy you peace, okay? It can't buy you joy. It's temporary. Right? Trusting in the Lord, following his path, that's peace and joy rich people can't have, and they will not understand. A rich person, I've got all this money and fancy cars and jets and boats, and you're so happy, and I'm not happy. Why is that? You have nothing. Well, the righteous flourish like foliage. Okay, we were down here. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, but violence takes lives. That violence. But a wise one. What's this say over here? Fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Okay. And that's different. It says, and it even says in here, the actual one reads, but a wise one takes lives, saves souls. Okay. And that kind of turns it around, doesn't it? We're here in 15:9, and it says, the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Okay. Two different things. That's why it's important to read multiple translations of the Bible. Okay. This program is free to use, BibleGateway.com. I mean, you can pay for a yearly subscription. It's very cheap. It's like $49. It's got like 200 Bibles in it. Okay. And you can put as many as you want. I put this one, I put the $15.99 over here because I love the footnotes that was included in the original printing. Right. So that's different. 30 is different. Okay. Let's just do this. We'll make this blue. Okay. Because in the $15.99, it says a wise person wins souls. I can go over here. Bang my glass to see my Bible over here. In the New Living Translation, it says, those who save lives are wise. Okay. The NIV says those who win souls is wise. Even in the King James, he that winneth souls is wise. No, most other versions say he who wins souls is wise. Why does it say violence takes lives? I don't know. But it even says down here, a wise one. Right? Interesting, huh? Again, read various ones, okay? I have this, and over here I keep, all right? This is a parallel Bible, okay? There's King James, New King James, NIV, and New Living, okay? And you can compare them real quick right across the board there. And it's important if you're going to study the Bible, right? Study different versions, okay? What most of them say is right, because most versions say that a wise one saves souls. I'm going to say that that's probably what it means, is a wise one saves souls, okay? I mean, the Holman Christian Standard is a great Bible. It is. That's what I'm using, right? And that's what somebody thought it said. Yeah. And it can probably be read more than one way, okay? No, that is, bringeth them to the knowledge of God. Okay. So, 31. If the righteous will be repaid on earth, how much more the wicked and the sinful, right? You get what you deserve, right? How about that? So you go, that's Proverbs 11. Let's put all these righteous ones together just because it's fun. All right. Give us a thing of what we should strive for. All right. Of course, it says wealth is not profitable on a day of wrath, but righteousness rescues from death. Okay. Righteousness rescues from death. The righteousness of the blameless clears his path. Mm-hmm. The righteousness of the upright rescues them. Mm-hmm. The righteous one is rescued from trouble. In his place, the wicked one goes in. Right? Through knowledge, the righteous are rescued. Right? When the righteous thrive, a city rejoices. That's good stuff. One who sows righteousness, a true reward. A wicked man earns an empty weight, but the one who sows righteousness gets a true reward. Right? Genuine righteousness leads to life. Okay? Wicked won't go unpunished, but the offspring of the righteous will escape. Okay? If you're righteous and kind and knowledge and fear and follow the Lord above all, your children will be safe. They will see that. Children always emanate their parents, good or bad. The desire of the righteous turns out well. Right? Because if you're righteous, you're only desiring righteous things. Right? And the righteous will flourish like foliage. Right? Anyone trusting in his riches will fall. Right? The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life. Right? That's saying kind things and building people up and edifying them and uplifting them. Right? That's the fruit. That's a tree. People take that with them. Okay? Violence takes lives. And that was the other one that says, he who wins souls is wise. What's what most versions say. Okay? I don't know why this says this in here. I mean, the Holman Christian Standard was one of the very first Bibles printed in America. Okay? It was the Holman Christian Standard Bible. Okay? It was in the oldest print shop in America, which opened in 1743, and they printed this Bible. Imagine setting all that typeface by hand. It must have taken years. And it's still in print today by the Holman Publishing Company. Right? Although Holman, I think now it's just Christian Standard, and Holman doesn't print it, but the Holman Christian Standard was printed by the Holman Publishing Company. Right? Okay. The righteous will be repaid on earth. You get that? If you're righteous, you will get what you deserve. Okay. How much more the wicked and the sinful? You will get what you deserve. Right? Let's look at these other highlights in here. We're going on today, aren't we? Okay. This, and we did this. Dishonest scales are detestable to the Lord, but an accurate weight is his delight. He will mention this probably 6 or 7 times in the next 5 or 6 chapters. Right? With humility comes wisdom. Humble, right? Look at the righteous ones. 11, a city is built up by the blessing of the upright, but it is torn down by the mouth of the wicked. You don't have to go too far back in history to see this, okay? Right. 13, very important. A gossip goes around revealing a secret or secrets. Right, but a trustworthy person keeps a confidence. Right, if you want to be trustworthy, that's part of being righteous, is being trustworthy, being kind. Keep a confidence. Don't spread stuff around. If somebody comes to you in confidence, you need to keep it between you and the Lord, right? Because if you tell somebody else, they don't know it's a secret, and they're going to tell somebody else. Pretty soon, everybody will know. And then it'll get back to that person who told something to you in confidence, and he will know, he'll hear it all over, and he'll know exactly where it came from because you are the only person he confided in, right? You'll lose friends that way. Forever, right? 17's highlighted, a kind man benefits himself, but a cruel man brings disaster on himself, right? Be kind, right? Always be kind. Say only kind things. Say nothing derogatory, okay? Be assured the wicked will not go unpunished. At that, he will. 24 and 25, we talked about this. One person gives freely, it gains more. Another withholds what is right, only become poor. A generous person will be enriched. The one who gives a drink of water will receive water. Right? You pour out your cup, he's going to fill it up. 27's highlighted, the one who searches for what is good finds favor. All right. But if someone looks for trouble, you're going to find it. Right? If you look for only good things, you will find favor. Okay? Look for something kind to say about everybody. Okay? Everybody's got their own stuff they're going through. Okay? 28, we went through that, over that one. So there you go. That's Proverbs 11. Lots of good stuff in there. Okay, and we're going to continue collecting all these righteousness statements. So there you have it. So give us a like if you think about it. Stay tuned later on. We're on day 70, I think, of our Through the New Testament in a Year. I think we're on Mark 12 or 13 or something like that. But we'll do that later on. But till then, keep studying. See you next time.